Hello and welcome to Sonic Stories, a series dedicated to taking the Sonic the Hedgehog canons and combining them to create one cohesive story. This is done using the American copies of the games, the Archie and IDW comic runs, and the many various cartoons and animations released over the years. By combining the canons of the Sonic mythos, the creator of this video is telling a non-canon story, and it is not to be taken as fact for the official canon connected to the characters or world of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, nor is it meant to offend the creators of the games, comics, movies, televised programs, or any of the license holders, as it is a fan-made project. Any imagery used in the video is taken from publicly available image search engines on the World Wide Web or come directly from the comics, in which the creator of this video took the time to photograph and convert for the entertainment of the viewer. If this process or the use of the images from the web cause harm to anyone, I, as the creator of the video, would like to apologize in advance, and just know that such action was not my intent. I must reiterate, this is a fan-made, non-canon project based on existing and publicly available knowledge, with the intent of telling a story less confusing than the canon story provided, as the canon story has been rewritten multiple times, retconning previous information that some still hold on to or get confused by. This is my attempt to combat said confusion and should only be taken as suggestion or as a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Sit down, my children. It's time for the story. The story of one man's hate going off the rails into obsession that led to one of, if not the most badass motherfucking robot ever. This is the entire history of Metal Sonic. Our story starts with Dr. Robotnik during the first Robotnik War, naturally. Having losing to Sonic time and time again, good old Egghead wanted to try and build something that could not only match Sonic in speed, but in combat skill and versatility as well. He figured that if he had a weapon as good as or better than Sonic, then he could finally beat the Blue Blur once and for all. He started by working with his Badnik tech. Badniks are defined by their unique core system that runs on tiny animals normally referred to as the Critters. This bot was designated as Pseudo-Sonic. It was a complete failure, prone to static shock, bugs, self-shorting, and a bunch of other problems before being destroyed by the Freedom Fighter allies. Pseudo's failure acted as a learning curve for the Doctor, who looked for a way to fix the bugs and to use a better power source, settling on an internal combustion engine. Metal Sonic V1.0 came into existence. Sent on a mission on Little Planet and kidnapping Amy Rose, who was just kind of there at the time. This metal was able to encounter his organic basis. During their ensuing race, it was overheated and melted itself with its own engine, trying to keep up. Eggman repaired the bot and added slight upgrades, designating the bot now as Metal Sonic V2.0. This bot was sent off to stop Knuckles and the members of the Chadiux from saving the lives of the Freedom Fighters who were captured at that point by some of Eggman's forces. V2.0 realized he was outnumbered, so he grabbed an item known as a Power Gem and used it to turn into Titan Metal Sonic. Now then, Power Gems, or Power Stones, are naturally occurring resources on Mobus. However, they are quite rare. The gems carry odd properties that can cause growth in organisms' machinery, as well as being able to be used as a power source/processing upgrade. Luckily, the Chaotix had a gem on hand from one of their jobs to gave it to Knuckles, who used it to temporarily increase his mass and let a beatdown on Titan Metal. This, however, was not the last we would hear from this model. Far from it, in fact. Using the Power Gem as a base for his own code, Metal was able to upgrade his own AI and fashion himself a new body from a liquid metal titanium alloy, giving him a new ability to shift his form at will. Self-designated itself as Metal Sonic V2.5. This unit kidnapped Tails and put Sonic to the test in a volcano, trying to destroy him once and for all. However, 2.5 could not have guessed what it would learn that day. Compassion. He learned that there is more to life than code and sacrificed himself in the erupting volcano to save the lives of both Sonic and Tails. It seemed that Metal Sonic was no more, and I use that loosely because even after all of that, his story isn't done. In fact, the story splits into two different paths. The first path is that of Eggman's side of things. Working with new materials, Eggman launched the Metal Sonic V3.0 project. These models are basically duplicatable Metal Sonics made from Mononoke titanium, which is powerful enough to survive its own engine for the most part. Further specs on these models include a LIPS AI Eggman custom chip located in the head unit, which contains 3 outputs. The CPU is used for the mathematics that dictate what a Metal Sonic V3 might do. It also has 2 sub-CPUs, the first of which is a Neo Super DFX chip, which is in charge of energy displacement, and the second is a CPU. The second sub-CPU is a pair of Next RISC Chip Series 3 located in each eye unit, giving Metal Sonic V3's RGB coloring vision instead of the original unit's infrared. V3 units also have 2 engines, the main being a 250cc 4-valve organ fusion engine and a secondary Tesla power coil engine for the electronics. V3s also have the potential of a Neo Metal Sonic upgrade, which gives them more power, the ability to shapeshift, fire lightning bolts, and copy the biodata of anyone it comes into contact with. It's important to note that Eggman has only ever had 1 V3 in operation at any one time, and would replace them upon destruction. The following is a list of Metal Sonic V3s that have been active and destroyed in the field, told in a very brief summary of each unit's actions. Designation: Metal Sonic V3.0. Actions: short minimal battles of Little Point. Achieved Neo Metal Sonic and kickstarted the events of Sonic Heroes. Was reverted back to normal after being defeated and sent to investigate a lost military base and encountered both Sonic and Shadow. It was destroyed in the ensuing 3-way battle. Designation: Metal Sonic V3.1. Actions: battled Shadow on a mission at the Space Colony Ark. Barely survived. Repaired, and then was able to kidnap Sonic for the Doctor's experiments. Was destroyed in the rescue launched by Tails and Knuckles. Designation: Metal Sonic V3.2. Actions: sent to Freedom Fighter HQ where it encountered Scourge the Hedgehog and the Suppression Squad. Scourge has way too much info to go over here and requires his own video regardless of my rules. Basic rundown is that he is Sonic from the reverse dimension, so basically an evil Sonic. The Suppression Squad is basically all of the counterparts of the reverse dimension to the members of the Freedom Fighters. This team had taken over Freedom Fighter HQ and was seeking to topple the Eggman Empire. Eggman heard this through the radio connection to V3.2, and just to spite Scourge, grabbed a bunch of spare parts from destroyed Metal Sonic V3 models and repainted it to make Metal Scourge and sent it to backup V3.2. This forced a temporary truce between Scourge and Sonic, resulting in both V3.2's and Metal Scourge's terminations. The parts from these 2 bots were collected by Uncle Chuck for later use, and I'll get into that in a bit. Designation: Metal Sonic V3.3. Upgrade: SXSU-401 engine, allowing for interdimensional travel. Actions: assaulted Castle Acorn, which was under occupancy by Scourge at the time, which was unknown to Dr. Eggman. This forced a very short truce between V3.3 and Sonic. However, Scourge went super and defeated basically everyone involved in the battle. V3.3 turned on Sonic after calculating that defeating Super Scourge was not an option. Shadow the Hedgehog got involved and was able to warp both V3.3 and himself to another dimension. The two went on a short trip through alternate worlds before ending up in Dimension S, aka the Soul Zone, which is the home of Blaze the Cat. V3.3 was destroyed in this world via the combined efforts of Shadow, Blaze, and a local ship captain named Marine the Raccoon, who is good friends with Blaze. This unit would later be rebuilt by the Soul Zone's equivalent of Dr. Eggman and turned into Captain Metal, before being destroyed again by Blaze with the help of Amy Rose. Designation: Metal Sonic V3.4. Actions: battled Sonic on the Death Egg Mark II before being destroyed by a malfunctioning roboticizer unit. Designation: Metal Sonic V3.5. Actions: worked alongside the newly roboticized Sally Acorn, aka Mecha Sally, to assassinate the royal Acorn family. V3.5 was ordered to self-detonate on the family. However, freedom fighter Antoine Nicolette was able to remove V3.5 from the family's presence. The unit detonated anyway and left Antoine comatose. Designation Metal Sonic V3.6. Actions. Replacement unit for V3.5. Work with Metal Sally and the Team Metal line, which contained metal clones of Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. They led the assault on the GUN HQ and won. V3.6, Metal Tails, and Metal Amy were then sent to attack the Nanite City with the help of the Tails doll, a really fucking creepy thing that shouldn't exist. That affects the nanites that make up the city. And if you couldn't figure it out for yourself, a nanite is a nanoscopic robotic organism. The goal was to take down the freedom fighters, however they were all quickly destroyed by Shard, who is... well... Okay, ready for this? Because it's about to get nuts. And this is where that split off in the story comes back in full force. Remember old V2.5? Yeah, he didn't die. His power gem core survived with little damage from the lava and was recovered by the Royal Secret Service, who gave it to Sir Charles Hedgehog, aka Uncle Chuck. The reason for doing this was for research and reverse engineering purposes. This resulted at first in the Metal Sonic Troopers, a limited run of robots meant to act as protectors. However, their programming was corrupted by outside forces and they were sent on a rampage, leading to their destruction and cancellation. Using parts from the Troopers, Metal Sonic V3.2, and Metal Scourge, Metal Sonic V2.5 was revived by Chuck, and who named him Shard. This was all done on the order of Sally's brother, King Elias Acorn, who at the time had lost the kingdom to a wizard by the name of Isaac Nexus. Don't get me started on him. He joined Elias in a new team known as the Secret Freedom Fighters, his call sign being Jack, named after the Jack face card in a standard playing card deck. And as much as I would love to go over the Secret Freedom Fighters, that requires its own video. No joke, it's an entire comic arc and one of my favorites that I can't wait to revisit. To make a long story short of the team's efforts, Shard was forced to reveal himself during the attack made by V3.6, and as such had to calm the fears of the main Freedom Fighters while not revealing any details on the SFF. And then Designation Metal Sonic V3.7 happened. Due to real-world outside-of-story legal battles with Ken Penders, Shard had to be killed off to reach the terms of the settlement. However, in the short time of existence, he had become a fan favorite, so they couldn't just do it all willy-nilly. Oh no, we got a full comic special out of it. Sonic Universe number 50. V3.7 had one thing different than all the other units before him. He had the last of the power gems implanted in his core, and was programmed with all the memories of all the units before him. His goal? Destroy. And I think I'm going to do something a little different now.
Hey there, how about we take this outside?
Negative. Previous objective unfulfilled.
Really? You're that big of a wuss? Come on, Sleeping Beauty. There is no challenge. Let's keep this bot to bot, mecha to metal, brother to brother.
Brother? Challenge accepted.
Here?
Correct. Sight is proof of robotic superiority.
Uh-huh. If organics are so inferior, why do we aspire to be more like them? And don't deny it, you've got more of a spark to you than the last time.
I was upgraded. Perfected.
Perfect nothing, they fear us. I'm working to turn that around, and you smashing up hospitals isn't helping, bro.
Irrelevant, brother.
Not bad, but I still got the superior armaments, buddy.
Battle record playback. Referencing. Strategy determined.
Ah! Fine, we'll do this old school style.
Battle record playback. Referencing. Strategy determined.
terminate target, then city, and all in it.
Battle rendered playback. Referencing. Strategy determined.
You are good. I am better. Superior.
It doesn't have to be like this. Look, take it from me. There can be more to life than just Priority 1, Hedgehog. You've got the same inner spark, right? You can grow too. You can be more than just a weapon or a tool.
Only no. Target acquired. Eliminate target.
There really is no potential for good in you, is there? Eggman robbed you of that. You'll probably kill them all if I don't stop you here and now.
Correct.
Well then, good thing mechanics fixed that. And I'm gonna protect her. Everybody. Sorry, brother, but I've got to put you down. And I blame Eggman for making you do this.
Adaptive arm problematic. First shield activated. Advantage moved.
If I gotta go, we go together.
Warning. Self-termination imminent.
It's not about me. It never was. And I got to end you since you never understand that.
All target data stored in power gem core. Weakness detected. Eliminated.
Even after all of that, Shard managed to survive, but not for long, on the brink of failing the comic cutaway, not letting us know his fate. Metal Sonic V3.8 then came into existence with V3.7's memories. This unit is still alive today in its own way. He was noticeably absent from Sonic Forces due to the fact that he was undergoing the upgrades to become Neo Metal Sonic, who woke after the events of Sonic Forces concluded. Neo Metal took over Eggman's forces himself and started to cause trouble against the Resistance, which is a fusion of members from the Freedom Fighters, Chaotix, and features Silver as well as a few other new allies. Neo Metal occupied Angel Island, and the Resistance launched a full-scale attack to reclaim it. Neo Metal was able to use the power of the Master Emerald to achieve a sort of super form. However, this form was quickly dispatched by Shadow, unknowingly awakening Master Overlord, the absolute most powerful form a Metal Sonic unit can achieve. Think of a large, terrifying metal dragon! This form was defeated by the crew in a combo attack of a stolen ship and removal of the Master Emerald, stuck powering the damn thing. And while Metal is now offline, our crew is far from out of danger. Metal Sonic's history is nuts, to say the very least, and I enjoyed every last bit of it. I stated that Shard's fate was left open, however he basically died due to the events of Super Genesis and the Archie run rewriting a bunch of characters. Shard has made no appearance in the events after the rewrite, nor has any evidence of him appeared in the IDW comic, but I still hold out hope for it though. Having said that, the legacy of the Metal Sonic units lives on in IDW Metal, and I really can't wait to see what IDW and Sega do with the character next. Thank you all so much for watching. I had no idea that this video was going to be so long, but I'm really glad that I did this. Countless hours alone was spent on the typing the script, and I have a feeling the editing will be far longer. Not much to say other than what I already have, and just to state that I have way more to come. Sorry. That took so long to say. So, yeah, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more and hit that bell so you'll be notified when I upload the next episode. Feel free to check my Patreons in the description, and if you feel so inclined to do so, then leave a like and share this with the people in your life who you think would enjoy it. Special thanks to my pal Close to the Sun for playing the role of Shard. You can check out his new song Columbide in the provided link in the description. I really hope I pronounced that right. And for reference, the song is fire as all hell. In fact, you know what? thanks just to the fact that he's my buddy and such, I'll be able to include our end card instead of our usual. Speaking of which, new end cards, so have fun with that. Let me know how this video sucks and your thoughts on what I'm doing in the comments below. And until next time, this is Team Andrew 291 signing out.